All right, guys, welcome to Mining Positivity with PJ, and we are in our Valentine's build area, and some things have happened. So I've got this trail in, I've got these posts here. I went ahead and raised the floor of this small little pond or lake area like a lot. So there's quite a bit under here. I can show you how much I actually raised this. It was quite a bit. So there's, all of that's gone now. And then on top of that, I'm pretty confident I want to put sand on this level, which will raise it even another block up because we want to build some stuff in there and light it up and actually be able to see it. And if it's too far down, then we won't be able to see it. So I think what I want to do in this episode is build what I'm thinking for this part and get the little pond area done. So let's get started on that. But before we do that, I want to do a little bit of maintenance here. So I realized I don't like the way these full blocks look, and that this will look much better as half slabs and will still allow me to put the lantern on top of there. So I'm going to go ahead and just swap these out real quick. And while I'm doing that, hopefully you guys are having a great day today. Things are going well. Yeah, and things are just good. So feel free to always leave me a comment in the comment section and let me know what kind of positive things are happening in your life. And maybe we'll bring it up in the next episode. So that'd be cool. All right, let me just pop these in really quick. And like I said, I just feel like it was sticking up so much. I didn't like the way it looked. And I think it will look much better with just half slabs. The other thing I was thinking is I might want to, let's see what that looks like. Pretty sure that's going to be much better. It is much better already. The other thing I was thinking is I might want to rip this out, this area right here. The other thing too is look at tropical fish spawn in here like crazy. And these guys spawn, but they won't be once I decorate in here and put the sea lantern because it'll be too bright and they won't be able to spawn because they're actually affected by light levels as well. So, but yeah, I think I want to rip this out, just the front area, and put the wooden part back in there because this is feeling like just like one big blob of something, and I'm not liking it. So let's go ahead and do that really quickly too. So we'll leave the actual stone pillars in place, but we'll go ahead and swap those out for the fencing we used here. Did we use oak fencing in the front? We did use oak fencing for a color variant, so that's cool. I just realized that's not going to connect now because it's different, so it's not going to want to actually meet up. I don't know how I'm going to feel about that. It might be fine. Let's take a look at the front, see how that looks. See, I just like a little variation there, and actually that's okay. I'm totally fine with the way that looks. The other thing I want to do is get some more stone structure in there and add some legs to it. So I kind of put a few of these around as well. We have some spruce. Oh, I actually had the stuff I needed for that over there. And somewhere in here, I've got a bunch of stone. See, this is called getting ready for your episode, so that you're ready to record and do what you need to do. Yeah, I've got these, but I know for sure. Oh, I think I left them inside of here. Let's pop this open. Yeah. So I want to put some of this, and some of this in here. So I'm thinking like these stones right here. Right here. Oh, all right there. Right there. And then whatever the middle's going to be. There really isn't a middle. So maybe we'll do two. And we'll go ahead and add on to this. And just give this thing kind of like a some sense of support here. And I'm just kind of staggering these out because I want some variation. And so the cracks will add variation of not being moss, and will also show some wear and tear on here, which I think will be cool. All right. Now we've got some support there. That looks fine. And maybe we'll throw just a little bit more support in the back area. So throw like... Oh, those are slabs up there. So actually we can't do that. Well, we could, but we won't because it'll just look strange. So, okay, maintenance part done. I'm fine with that. Looks good. Maybe in another episode I'll tear it out because I won't like it. But for now, it looks totally fine. So let's go ahead and get started on this little area, like the watery area first. Actually, no, I changed my mind. Let's do what I'm thinking here because I actually think this will be super cool. So what I'm going to do is, if this works out the way I think it is, we're going to go ahead and put these like 3 high up here. And we're going to try to build a Glowberry Farm. So this area is not really on the Mushroom Island. It was in the water. And because I've put dirt and stuff here now, we can get spawns of creepers or pretty much anything. Anything can spawn here at this point. So in order to kind of mitigate that, I'm going to make a Glowberry Farm, which will more than light this area up. Glowberries give off a lot of light. More than enough for what you need to cause spawns to not happen. So we'll do that. And hopefully it'll look cool too. So it'll give some kind of like build and look to this area. And be functional all at the same time. So all I wanted to do was put 3 of those. And then go ahead and put some slabs up here. And then hang the glowberries off the slabs. I think since I want the slabs to be on the bottom, though, I might have to go another layer. I think I should. I think I should just go 1 more layer up. So let me just slap 1 more layer on all of these really quick. And then we'll be right back. Okay, we got our 4th layer going, so now I want to add the slabs in here, which I've got hopefully enough to do what I'm thinking I want to do. And we'll use scaffolding to make this nice and easy on ourselves. That's not scaffolding. There we go. All right, so what I'm thinking is we put 1 here. We'll put them on each one, and then we'll make them connect in the same kind of zigzag pattern that's happening on the ground below us, which means we're going to have to, like, put some in, take some out, put some in, take some out. Which, that's totally fine. Oops, didn't want to do that. Sometimes it can be difficult to place things when you're not... Wow, that... that was all kinds of fail right there. Okay. Get those. Well, let me get all the tops in. And then we'll fast forward here. Alright, all of our tops are in. I'm going to go ahead and remove all the scaffolding. We could pick this all up. And then we'll see if we can do this the way I'm thinking. So it's going to be like making this a zigzag pattern like this. And trying our best to make it connect, but also not be crazy. Actually, this is a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I think I was over-psyching myself out here. Because we already basically have the structure that we want. And so I was thinking originally, like, oh, well, I'm going to wind up maybe tearing these extra beams out. But now that I'm looking at this, I think maybe I'll leave them in. Because it looks kind of cool. And it'll give us a space for more glowberries than I originally intended. Let me just make some more slabs real quick, and then we'll get right back at it. Okay, looking cool, looking cool. I like it. And we'll come over here and kind of do the same thing. Now the ground in this area doesn't really move that much. So don't really have that much to do. Here it zigzags, so we could do like this maybe. And do this. That'll make that connect. It just kind of gives it an interesting shape if things aren't exactly just right next to each other. So yeah, we get something like that, which by itself doesn't look horrible, but it's going to look very cool once we get these glowberries in here and they start actually glowing out. So before I forget though, I'm going to throw my 2 lanterns back in here because we want the light to be on there for sure. All right, so now that we got these glowberries, we can go ahead and put these all around here, and they'll grow in and they'll look super cool. At least that's the plan. And we'll just have a huge glowberry farm, plus all the lighting and self-decorating we need. It'll be cool. So let me just go ahead and get these in, which was pretty straightforward. All right, that was easy. So now we want to work on the shoreline. And so first things first, we'll make this part nice and easy by just throwing some sand down here. All right, so we got the whole floor in, and now I'm just trying to sand out some of these other areas too, and also give some shape to this thing. So I was going to just dig up the dirt everywhere, but I also realized like it was looking extremely blocky, which, you know, you don't want that either. So, but so far it's looking really good. I'm liking it a lot. Looks cool. I don't want to go too crazy with the sand. For one, I have a lot of sand, but I don't have like an infinite amount of sand. So I think I'm gonna kind of slow the roll a bit here, and kind of just do the bottom areas to make sure that they're all sanded up. Okay, that's looking extremely sandy down there now. And I think it'll make for a good base in here. I'm loving that there's so many fish spawning in here. That's absolutely perfect for what I was envisioning for this area. So the next thing we're going to do is start laying down a bunch of coral stuff to decorate with. And I've got some lanterns and things like that, but we'll start with the coral. We'll do some blue and yellow ones first, but I think that's going to just make this thing look all the cooler. So, and we're going to go with some just trident looking coral, where you do like 3, I don't know, I shouldn't say trident, but then there's some upgrowths and things like that. They come and maybe turn out here and there. So just so it looks like it's growing in some kind of pattern. Oh, I like the blue. The blue looks so good. That looks cool, I think. Maybe we'll do 1 or 2 more of each. And then hopefully as soon as I put these scene lanterns in, that kind of thing right there is going to stop. Yeah, we probably want some small coral plants as well. Something like that. Cool. And then when we bone meal down there, we're going to get all kinds of floral stuff, and it'll be awesome looking. Go ahead and throw in some of these other types. So we get a nice variation of color and things like that. I mean, obviously I'm not going to use all of these because that would be crazy. There'd just be so much coral. It'd be out of control. But some of them, and it will give us something to kind of view when we're looking down here in this area. But I think it'll look cool. All right. And then I think we have like maybe one last color that I can throw in here before we start really coloring it up down there. So, yeah, I think this was our last color. I think this is different than that. It is. Okay. That was cool. And we have a bunch of different types of coral flowers that we can just start placing all over the place down there. And of course, our sea lanterns, which I'll kind of want to do now, because I'm curious to see if that actually will or will not stop spawns here. Just kind of randomly swim around here and place these all over the place, wherever we see some open spots. And it might look good. Okay, we've got quite a few things down there, and the lake is looking definitely lit with tons and tons of fish swimming around. It actually looks like something down there now, so that's cool. We want to get some bone meal and just start going crazy down there. So let's see what that will do for us. And I think too, can we bone meal that? No, we can't. All right, things look definitely alive down there. There's fish, there's color. Things are looking cool. We got our first glowberry growing in over here. The only other thing I wanted to put down there was some kind of stone structure. So like one of those underwater kind of stony things. So let's see. I know I've got some of those stone bricks that I needed. And I thought I had a few more. Okay, we have these regular stones. I think that's all we need to be able to pull this off. Maybe some of this. We might use some of that. So nothing crazy. We're not going to build like some huge structure. I just want it like a small little thing. And I'm thinking like maybe right here might be a good spot for it. Let's see. I'm not really sure what even the shape will be. So I'm thinking this thing is pretty beat up. Maybe even it's not particularly anything. It's just this structure or bits of a structure that are left. And it's kind of beat up. Actually, maybe something like that. And then we'll put some of our stone pillars like we have up above ground down here. Just to kind of tie it all together. I'm really enjoying like the amount of fish that are spawning down here. I think that just looks so cool. We'll just put a couple rocks here and there. Yeah, I'm liking that a lot. Like, I think that looks really cool. It's very lush for sure. And I'm liking the vine area. We'll see how many glowberries. I'm curious myself about like how the glowberries work and how often you get them and when and why you get them, because that's not totally clear to me. So, oh, we did have some sea pickles, so that was something else I thought. Well, we can grow some of those and put them down. Although I used all my bone meal, so I think for now we'll just kind of put those two there, and then later on we'll grow some more. So, in case you don't know this, they have to be on this coral to be bone meal to grow. So you can't just grow them on the ground. Unless they change that in the 1.18, because a lot of things have actually changed. So I've been finding little tweaks here and there that we'll talk about in some episode, like when we have like an overview of changes episode or something like that. The last thing I think we're going to do here is throw some lilies around, because lilies are just cool. They look cool. And this thing is so like lush and awesome looking. Like, how can it not have lilies? And I want some more lilies, but I'll have to catch them. Yeah, I definitely want some more lilies. I'm wondering, too, if it might be cool to have, like, a tree. Like, right in the middle of this thing. Like, just some dirt coming up, and then, like, just a large tree right in the middle of the lake. I think that might look pretty cool, and we could light it. So, but for now, I'm not going to do anything. I think that's going to do it for this episode because I wanted to make this kind of a shorter one. We updated our viewing area here, which now we could check out and see, like, yeah, this is why I wanted to make this. I wanted something where I could come, look at the fish, maybe even do some fishing from here. Yeah, if you kind of stand up on this area, you could fish in here. That'd be kind of cool. It's a nice, safe place to be fishing. And I wanted to build this little vine area. Have that. I think that's going to be pretty awesome. I think I need to take this out because I don't think that's ever going to turn to grass now because there's stuff there. But I can go ahead and put this back and that will turn to grass. And yeah, that's going to do it. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you on Monday for our 50th episode. And we'll talk all about that then. But until then, hopefully you guys have a great day, and I'll see you on the next episode of Mining Positivity. Bye, guys.